Hi friends. It's been over 3 months since we all contracted COVID, my husband and son and I. We're all doing quite well. My husband and I are still dealing with some residual issues, but otherwise we're doing well and we're getting stronger and healthier every week. However, in the last week to 10 days, I've received a number of calls from family and friends who either have COVID or loved ones of theirs has been diagnosed with COVID, tested positive, and they're wondering what would be helpful. So I thought today I would share with you what we put into our bodies that was helpful, first off, and then in my next video I'll share what equipment was important. So first of all, I discovered in my research about 6 weeks before we contracted COVID that inflammation in the body increases our chances of being hospitalized from COVID, of having a severe case. I know that my body struggles with inflammation. So I began right then and there to do the things I know I need to do to avoid inflammation in my body. Those are to move my body. So I started walking regularly, drink lots of water, and eat nutrient-dense food. And for me, nutrient-dense food means that my body does best if I eat 80% or more fruits and veggies and 20% or less of carbs and protein. Except for breakfast, I allow myself up to 50% protein, and then the rest is fruits or veggies. But for the rest of the day, my snacks, my dinner, my lunch would be 80% or more of fruits and veggies and 20% carbs and protein. I also eliminated sugar. I allowed myself a little bit of honey or maple syrup occasionally, but I cut out all refined sugar. I cut out corn syrup, which I don't have anyway, and anything white, so white bread, white rice, etc. And I cut out all alcohol. For me, it was important to get my body as strong as I possibly could because I had no guarantee that I wouldn't come in contact. And as a matter of fact, because my husband's a healthcare worker, knew that it was very possible that we would come in contact with COVID. The supplements that we found most helpful, and in my research that I read, if you don't do anything else, be sure to take vitamin D, take a good fish oil, or take zinc and vitamin C. So we started a regimen of that immediately. I started mine as soon as my husband contracted COVID. It was 2 days later that I learned that I too had COVID. But we just jumped right on that and made sure that we were faithful to that every day. There's many different ways to get your fish oil or any good oil. I like to take this one from the Body Language Vitamins, and it has a combination of fish, evening primrose, flaxseed, and pumpkin seed oil. So I took that. I took vitamin D every day. I like to have the chewable vitamin C's just because it's one less pill to take, and I can just leave them on the coffee table where I always sit to watch a show or watch the news or whatever, and I am reminded then, oh, take a couple vitamin C. We also take Emergency or Vimunity as another way to get our vitamin C and to have it in a drink as a way to keep hydrated. Then the other three things that I added were a low dose baby aspirin, so 80 milligrams of a baby aspirin. The reason I started taking this is because blood clots are common with, or you have an increased risk of blood clots with COVID. And cardiovascular disease is an issue in my family, and I just decided I wanted to be proactive and take a low dose of aspirin to avoid any blood clots. We took a cold and flu formula, again from the Body Language Vitamins. That's high in zinc and vitamin C. And then we took NAC, which is N-acetylcholine, and it's very good for the lungs. And this was suggested by a friend who is a naturopath. So we took that to strengthen and to support our lungs. Then we also kept on hand throat lozenges. These ones I especially like. They have Manuka, they're Manuka honey lozenges, so they don't have all the corn syrup and sugars in them, and they taste good, come in many different flavors. And we kept on hand different medicinal teas. So Breathe Easy has herbs that are good for the lung. Throat Coat feels really good on the throat when you have a sore throat. And Gypsy Cold Care, which is an overall immunity booster. So we kept those on hand. Again, another option of something to drink to keep ourselves hydrated and to give our body a little boost. And then the last thing we took was electrolytes. Especially my husband, Nico, really struggled with dehydration. And so he started off with Gatorade, and then he went to Body Armor. And then I discovered Ultima Replenisher, and this was the one he liked the best. And it comes in a variety of flavors. We bought raspberry and lemon. It comes in both a carton that has, I think, 30 servings in it, or single serving packets. We got some of both. We chose the raspberry and lemon flavors so that we could have raspberry, we could have lemon, or we could have a combination of raspberry and lemon for variety, because we were drinking it every day. So those were the things that we took to strengthen our body. I'm not prescribing them to you or telling you you should take them, but they're things for you to consider, to talk to your doctor, to make sure that they're safe for you. They were helpful for us, and they continue to be part of our daily routine now to continue to strengthen our healing from COVID. So I encourage you to decide what things are right for you and to get them now before you need them for COVID. And my hope and prayer for you is that you have a COVID emergency kit that you never ever have to use. Much love to you, and good health to you. Many blessings.